Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Up Gaming, and today we got something really important to talk about. We are officially a week into the Switch 2 after launch. We got it same day that it released, and ever since we've just been ripping this thing apart, absolutely enjoying what the Switch 2 has to offer, and really learning how it works and all sorts of things about it. So let's just dive into some of my thoughts about the system. 1 week in. To start off with, I am absolutely loving games like Minecraft or Subnotica, where they really improve the performance completely. I can't believe that there's not more people talking about just how much better Minecraft runs. Now, a little bit of backstory about me and the Switch 1, that whole experience. Me and my fiance both got them so we could play Minecraft together when we were living in two separate locations at the time. And it was kind of disappointing that we're playing Minecraft together and I'd want to go out and explore. And each time I would, the world wouldn't load fast enough. I'd be falling out of the world, it'd be glitching out, and there would even be crashes. Switch 2, that's no problem. It runs beautifully, and actually now I am inspired and I'm playing Minecraft more and more and more because even as a kid, I've always wanted to have Minecraft portably. I always had the iPod Touch app, and it just never was right until now. This is right. Now, to get back to something more modern and relevant today, of course, we love playing Mario Kart. Mario Kart World is an absolute joy to play. I am loving every aspect of it. And yeah, it's hard to compare this Mario Kart to any other Mario Kart or any other racing game. It is so much fun. It's so much fun to explore. And the online meta for it isn't quite set up yet. So even a noob like me, I am able to get a crown. I just did in this set up and recording the B-roll for this video. I got first place in an online knockout tour. And of course, you can't forget the other first-party game, Switch 2 Welcome Tour. Now, at first, it absolutely blew me away. I love learning about the system. But as time's gone on, more and more I'm realizing it's a little bit of a weird game. It's not much there. I'm starting to lose faith in it. It's starting to show its cracks. That is for sure. Like when I was recording for my video for Welcome Tour, for whatever reason, it's kind of both my monitor and also the way that I record off of a capture card. The capture card cannot read at 120 hertz. So as soon as it plugs it in, it doesn't even think that it's running that fast. And so automatically, it's not able to play certain mini games, and you just get locked out of it as soon as you're trying to record stuff. So that kind of sucks for content creation, but also it's just like, I guess you got to play it in handheld, which is what I did. It was fine. And it really just, I don't know. It kind of seemed pointless, actually. I was looking at the comparisons, and I'm not a frames per second person. I'm definitely a quality and resolution guy. And yeah, it's hard for me to tell the difference. It really was. I kept on getting things wrong, and this game kind of pointed it out to me. Now, the one thing I gotta say is absolutely awesome about this system, and a lot of people were very skeptical, and now that they have it in their hands, I don't know why more people aren't freaking out over this. The noise cancellation is amazing. I am shocked at how well it works, and it just works beautifully. Now, getting back to more improvements, everybody, of course, was testing out Scarlet and Violet because they ran like trash. So on the Switch 1, of course, it runs like trash. On the Switch 2, I wanted to test it out. It was running great. I actually somewhat enjoyed myself playing on the Switch 2. Hop back over the Switch 1, and I forgot, when you do a system transfer, you lose all of your save data, all of your progress. And so you gotta start over. I did not remember that the start of any Pokemon game was going to be a 45 to 50 minute experience. And that is what Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is. So I took a long time recording this, and it was very choppy. It was not enjoyable. Just the whole intro tutorial, it just maybe it really brings out the cracks and how terrible of a game these two Pokemon games are. Like, even the story isn't there. Quality's not there. It's super dragged out and boring. And it just reminded me why I really don't like playing Scarlet and Violet. Now, hopping back to something that I do enjoy playing, from the start, I have enjoyed hopping into Subnautica. Subnautica is a game that I've always come to and played and messed around with, but I've never actually finished the story, sat down for long enough. I have it on PC, but in handheld mode, it feels better to just pick it up occasionally, pick it up, play it for a while. I can play it in multiple different modes or just before I'm going to bed. And it's a lot of fun, and it was on the Switch One. Now, the performance and the controls, you are working with tiny, tiny thumbsticks. And it didn't feel right. It didn't control well. And on top of it all, it was kind of choppy. The frame rate would drop occasionally, especially when you're building. And that is one of my favorite parts of playing Subnautica is the base building, as well as how are you supposed to find any materials when the pop-in's so bad? I mean, come on, look at it. Even the basic world is loading in and is like a mesh thing before it really pops into existence in the Switch One. Switch 2, beautiful. Can't complain at all. Overall, though, I love just picking up all of the games all the time and having a handheld that just feels a lot better. It feels better than even my Steam Deck. Yes, I also have a Steam Deck. Let me go grab that for comparison. All right, here it is. Here is my Steam Deck that I play on. Last I was playing Death of the Outsider, Dishonored, a game that I, by the way, would really like to see on the Switch 2, which I'm going to do a video on that. I really think that it's important to point out all the things that are missing, all the things that should be coming with the upgraded software, and also especially with the mouse support. So, comparing these two systems, one, I mean, look at that. The Switch 2 actually has a bigger screen than the Steam Deck. Yet, the controllers are smaller. You would think that would make it feel worse. It doesn't. The reason why, you look at the Steam Deck, everybody's talking about how good the Steam Deck is compared to the Switch 2. At least I've heard that online. It's just super awkward to hit the buttons when you have your thumbsticks right next to your buttons right there. It's really hard to, I guess, depending on the game you're playing, it's hard to do like a proper, oh, I'm gonna walk around, but also I need to hit my D-pad. Something you have to do in Dishonored too. You have to be able to walk and select your your spells and all that you're gonna cast. It's so much harder to do on something like this versus any sort of game where you can have to walk around and select. It's a lot easier to, have your thumb there and roll your palm of your hand onto these buttons. It's just so much better, so much easier. I do not, more and more, I'm not liking the layout of the Steam Deck, which is kind of surprising. Also, another complaint that I would have with the Steam Deck versus the Switch 2 is the trackpads. The trackpads, I was really hoping would change everything, and it really doesn't. I absolutely love having the mouse support in the Switch 2. The only thing that I'm disappointed by is why don't they have more games, more support for the mouse already? It's already been a week, and you'd think that they would have more. You really would. And for whatever reason, nothing's even getting added support this week. So I kind of thought, hey, give it a week, and some developers are going to come out with more and more updates, and there could be some, but not nearly as many as I was hoping. I would have hoped to hop into Minecraft. Microsoft is a very, very big company, and you would think they would have the resources and time to be able to add mouse support within, I don't know, a week. Come on, come on. I know it's probably Nintendo not letting developers update their games fast enough, and so that really needs to change because one, there's not a lot of new stuff. That's why I'm talking about so much backwards compatible games running better. Because otherwise, what else are we gonna talk about? Am I gonna buy Cyberpunk and try that out? Which I could, um, but I don't know if there's really that much interest in it. I've always thought that it run horribly, and I just at this point, I kinda lost my interest in even trying it. If you guys wanna see that, you think it's amazing, or you think I should just hop into it and give it a shot, I definitely will. I'm willing to, but I don't know, it just doesn't draw my interest. And quite a few of the third-party titles don't. The only one that does is Split Fiction, which is super unfortunate because they don't even have a cartridge, they don't have a physical. I ordered on the very first day that I could. It was like a few days after pre-orders opened. I had ordered a Lexar micro SD card, a terabyte one, and apparently those take forever to get here. I mean, first off, it told me it was going to be here between mid June to late June, and now it's even being pushed back a little bit further to the very end of June. So I'm sitting here with only the console storage to go off of, and I already have it like all filled up for my Switch One game. So how am I supposed to have the room for a 72 gigabyte download? Come on, come on. This sucks to not have more games that you could just hop out to the store and pick up a physical and not worry about it. That was the whole appeal for me, at least, with the Switch One, is you didn't need to worry about constantly upgrading your storage. Instead, you were biting the bullet of taking physical games and not having your games with you all the time. You really need to get on adding more games to this. By the way, don't know if I showed it clear enough before. I probably didn't because that unboxing video was horrible quality. My camera didn't come in yet. Here is the actual top slot for the Switch 2. It's got metal and it opens the opposite way that it does from the Switch 1. You instead pull it back, you instead pull it towards you instead of popping it back, is what I meant. And it's so much easier to grab like that. I love that they changed that. So something again, I've not heard a lot of people mention it, which is, I guess, the moral of the story for this video. I haven't heard people mention some of the things I am just enjoying and loving about the improvements to the Switch 2 that I'm kind of confused. I'm like, hey, why isn't anybody giving love to the port that you put your games in and out of? Like, you have to open that all the time. And it's so much easier to grab it while it's in the dock. It just is. Now, coming up here, we're going into week 2, and so I'm gonna try all sorts of new things on the Switch 2. I need to really hop in and play some Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom upgraded because that should be free from my understanding. I have the expansion pass. I just haven't figured out how to do it yet. So I'll be doing that in the near future, as well as I really need to decide on what game I should pick up. Maybe I should pick up a Cyberpunk 2077, Cyberpunk 2. What am I saying? I should pick up Cyberpunk 2077 on the Switch 2 and give it a try, maybe. See if I enjoy it. Because I've heard a lot of other people saying it's amazing, and at least the full game's there. I gotta say that. All right, well, I'm going to wrap up my ramblings about the Switch 2 here. I've absolutely enjoyed this first week. My first impressions is that this is a really cool system and it just needs more time. If you really, really love Mario Kart and you have faith in the system, especially, go out and get the bundle. I mean, if you can get it, we all know the prices are going to go up. The game's going to be $80 in the future instead of essentially having to pay 50 now for the bundle. So definitely try to hop on it if you have faith in the system. If you don't have faith in the system, you know, don't. I mean, honestly, just sit there and wait and hope for more games and more first party support. We know some of the stuff coming out in the future that we gotta look forward to, like Metroid Prime 4 or Donkey Kong Bonanza, and so those are gonna be a lot of fun when they come out. I'm definitely gonna play those. But for now, we only have the two first party games, so please leave a comment. Let me know, or what you think. What other games I should try. What games you would like, especially to see me try in the future. as I'm trying to get some firsthand experience to give out to people, so everybody can have something useful to take home. And so it'll be fun to look back and be like, oh, I got to try this and that. And I'm having a lot of fun doing that. So please leave a like if you like this. I will continue to keep updating you week after week after week is my plan. I know this is going to end up going technically a day after a week up, but at least I got a full 24-hour week sort of experience with it before putting this out to you guys. And thank you so much for, supporting my channel, watching any of it. And until next time, see ya.